What if I told you that the part of yourself you are most afraid to see, the part you hide, deny, or push away, is quietly running your life? That every fear you chase, every frustration you feel, every moment of self-doubt has its roots in a shadow you refuse to acknowledge. This is not a warning. It is a revelation. Deep within you exists a room that you never enter, a room where your most hidden thoughts, impulses, and desires dwell. Carl Jung called this your shadow, the unconscious, unseen force that shapes your choices, your relationships, and your destiny, whether you know it or not. And here's the truth. Ignoring it will not protect you. Pretending it isn't there only gives it power. The moment you face it, however, everything changes. Think about the moments in your life when you felt inexplicably angry, jealous, or restless. Perhaps someone criticized you, and you reacted with intensity that shocked even yourself. Or maybe you saw another person achieve success, and a strange bitterness welled up inside. These are not random. These are your shadow whispering, showing you the parts of yourself that you've refused to see. And here's the thing. These parts are not weaknesses. They are unclaimed energy, raw, untamed, waiting to be harnessed. When you meet your shadow with courage, the traits you once feared, hated, or denied can become your greatest allies. Many of us spend our lives running. We hide from this dark reflection behind masks of perfection, smiles, and social approval. We tell ourselves, I'm fine, I'm strong, I'm capable, and on the surface, we may be, but the shadow does not rest. It waits in the background, shaping decisions without your awareness, influencing patterns in your relationships, controlling the way you pursue or sabotage your dreams. The irony is painful. The very part of you you fear the most is also the part that, once embraced, can make you unstoppable. Imagine standing in front of a mirror, but instead of reflecting only the surface, it reveals every hidden corner of your soul, every anger you denied, every fear you buried, every desire you were too ashamed to admit. Most people turn away, terrified of what they might see. But the truth is that turning away is what keeps you small, keeps you stuck, keeps you from becoming the person you were meant to be. Facing the shadow is not easy. It demands courage that feels electric, almost painful. It forces you to confront discomfort, guilt, shame, and regret. But it also opens the door to clarity, freedom, and transformation beyond anything you have ever imagined. Here is the most powerful truth. Strength is not found in avoidance. Happiness is not found in ignoring your inner darkness. Fulfillment is not found in pretending you are someone you are not. Real power, real growth, real liberation comes when you shine the light of consciousness into your shadow, when you sit with it, name it, understand it, and finally, take ownership of it. The darkness within you is not your enemy. It is your teacher. It is your guide. It carries lessons, insights, and a force of energy that, once integrated, can propel you to heights you never dreamed possible. So, I challenge you right now. Stop running. Stop hiding from yourself. Begin to notice the moments when your shadow is at work, when a sudden surge of jealousy, anger, fear, or shame rises unbidden. Welcome it. Ask it what it wants to teach you. Write it down. Speak to it. Sit with it. This is not weakness. This is audacious courage. This is the first step toward taking control of your life in a way that is authentic, unstoppable, and transformative. When you claim the shadow within, when you embrace the parts of yourself you once feared, something extraordinary happens. You stop being a prisoner of your own mind, and you become the master of your destiny. The shadow is waiting. Your courage is the key. Step forward. Look inside. Because on the other side of fear lies a power so profound that nothing, no obstacle, no judgment, no circumstance can ever hold you back again. Every day, we walk through the world wearing masks. We smile when we're hurting. We nod when we're skeptical. We laugh when we feel empty inside. We craft a persona, a version of ourselves that seems polished, acceptable, safe. It's the face we show to the world, a mask of competence, charm, and control. But beneath it, the real you waits, struggling for recognition. Beneath that careful exterior lies the truth of your fears, your desires, your contradictions, and your unclaimed potential. And here's the brutal truth. The longer you live behind this mask, the further you drift from the person you were meant to be. Think about the times you've played small, maybe at work, in relationships, or even in your own mind. How many opportunities have passed because you were afraid to show the real you? How many conversations ended before they began because you chose the comfortable facade over the messy, vulnerable truth? We hide parts of ourselves because we fear rejection, judgment, or failure. But in truth, the mask does not protect you. It constrains you. It limits the depth of your connections, the breadth of your dreams, and the fullness of your life. Every moment spent performing is a moment lost from becoming fully alive. Carl Jung taught that this mask, this persona, is necessary in the beginning. It allows us to function, to survive, to navigate the expectations of society. But it can also become a prison when you identify so strongly with the mask, you start believing that you are only what others see. You sacrifice authenticity for acceptance, and in doing so, you give up the very essence of your power. Your greatest breakthroughs, your most profound creativity, your deepest joy, these lie beyond the mask, in the raw, unfiltered self that you hide even from yourself. Here's the challenge. No one else can do this work for you. You must stop performing. You must stop apologizing for existing. You must confront the life you've been pretending to live and ask yourself, am I living my own truth or am I living the story others wrote for me? It's uncomfortable. It's terrifying. But it is also electric, because as soon as you begin to peel away the layers of pretense, you tap into a reservoir of energy and clarity that you didn't know existed. You stop wasting mental power on maintaining appearances, and you start investing that energy in becoming the person you were always meant to be. Ask yourself this: how many of your decisions are truly yours, and how many are dictated by the persona you've perfected? How often have you said yes when your instinct screamed no? How often have you silenced your own voice to avoid conflict or criticism? The mask teaches you how to survive, but it never teaches you how to thrive. The moment you dare to remove it, even for a second, you step into power. You step into authenticity. You step into freedom. The world might react. People might judge. But here's the secret. Those who are meant to rise with you, those who are meant to support your journey, will not only accept the real you, they will gravitate toward it. This is the essence of transformation, showing up fully, even when it terrifies you. It's not about perfection. It's about courage. It's about finally giving yourself permission to exist, without filters, without pretenses, without hiding the brilliance, the flaws, the fire that makes you human. Because every time you hide, every time you perform, a piece of your potential remains locked away. Every mask you wear is energy diverted, a moment of life surrendered to fear. But the moment you shed it, even in one area of life, the liberation is immediate, electrifying, unstoppable. So today, commit to one act of courage. Speak a truth you've been holding back. Show a side of yourself you usually hide. Take a step beyond the mask and feel the power of your authenticity. It is fierce. It is magnetic. It is unstoppable. Every mask removed, every layer peeled back is a step closer to your highest self. Your persona is a tool, but you are the master. And when you stop performing and start living, when you embrace your full complexity, contradictions, and depth, the world has no choice but to rise to meet you, because there is no thing more compelling, nothing more electrifying, nothing more transformational than a human being who finally decides to be real. The masks we wear are comfortable, but comfort is a cage. Break free. Reveal yourself. Step into the life you were born to live. The world is waiting for the unfiltered, fearless, unapologetic you. And the moment you show up fully, your shadow, your mask, your persona, they all bend to your power. Your true self has been waiting. Step forward, remove the mask, and claim your destiny. Have you ever noticed how certain people or situations ignite an immediate reaction in you? Anger, irritation, envy, or even fear, without warning. That sudden spike of emotion isn't random. It's your shadow speaking, whispering secrets you've refused to acknowledge. Every person who pushes your buttons, every scenario that triggers discomfort, is holding up a mirror to your own hidden self. The qualities you despise, the behaviors that frustrate you, the traits that make you cringe, these are not just external annoyances, they are echoes of your own suppressed fears, desires, and insecurities. Recognizing this is not only liberating, it is transformative. It is the key to understanding the most powerful force shaping your life, the part of you have yet to meet. Imagine walking through life blindfolded, bumping into the same walls over and over, never understanding why. Certain experiences repeat, why certain people always provoke the same reaction. That is exactly what happens when you ignore your shadow triggers. Every argument, every moment of jealousy, every pang of judgment is a signal, a flashing neon light pointing directly to the parts of yourself you refuse to see. Most people blame the world. They say, they made me angry, they upset me, they hurt me. But in truth, no one can trigger you without your consent. The trigger only has power if you allow it to. And here lies the profound truth. The moment you take ownership of your reactions, the moment you see the shadow behind the emotion, you reclaim control over your mind, your energy, and your destiny. Think about it. How many times have you lashed out at someone, only to feel shame or regret immediately after? How many times has jealousy consumed you, or envy clouded your judgment, leaving you frustrated, powerless, or bitter? These reactions are not flaws. They are signals. They are your inner self screaming for attention, revealing the parts you've hidden, denied, or rejected. Anger may point to suppressed fear. Judgment may reveal insecurities you refuse to confront. Envy may uncover unclaimed ambition. Each trigger is a doorway, a direct invitation from your own unconscious mind to step into awareness, take ownership, and transform weakness into power. The process begins with observation. When someone annoys you, stop, pause, feel the emotion fully, without acting on it. Ask yourself, what is this really about? What part of me is rising to the surface? This is not easy. It takes courage, patience, and relentless honesty. It demands that you strip away excuses, abandon blame, and meet yourself with the same intensity you demand from the world. But when you do, something extraordinary happens. The moment you recognize the shadow in the mirror, the moment you name it, acknowledge it, and accept it, you disarm its power. You no longer react unconsciously, you respond consciously. You are no longer a victim of circumstance. You are the master of your own mind. Every trigger is a teacher, and every reaction is a lesson. If you are honest, if you are willing to look, you will begin to see patterns. The same types of people provoke the same types of reactions. The same life situations stir the same emotions. These patterns are not coincidences. They are messages from your shadow, guiding you toward growth, insight, and mastery. And here is the truth that most people never realize. The more you resist your triggers, the more they will control you. But the more you face them, the more power you reclaim. Every uncomfortable feeling is a treasure chest of hidden potential, waiting for you to open it. Now imagine living a life where triggers no longer control you, where every provocation becomes a pathway to self-discovery, where every irritation, judgment, or envy becomes a tool for growth. This is not theoretical. It is achievable. It is real. But it requires discipline, courage, and relentless commitment. The shadow will not vanish overnight. It will push, resist, and test you at every turn. But each time you step forward, each time you confront it instead of fleeing, you grow stronger, wiser, and more unshakable. So today, commit to seeing the world as a reflection of your inner self. Pay attention to the triggers that rise in your mind and meet them with curiosity, honesty, and courage. Every reaction is a key. Every mirror holds a lesson. And the moment you stop blaming others, stop hiding, and begin embracing the shadow behind every trigger, you unlock a level of personal power, freedom, and clarity few ever experience. This is the path of self-mastery. This is the moment you step into your true strength. Your triggers are not obstacles. They are invitations. Accept them, learn from them, and watch as your life changes in ways you never thought possible. Most people live their lives in fragments, running from what scares them, hiding what they dislike, and chasing what seems safe. But the truth is, the real transformation, the kind that electrifies your soul and redefines your destiny, happens when you bring all of yourself into the light. When you embrace your shadow, acknowledge your darkness, and integrate every hidden, denied, or suppressed part of yourself, you tap into a power so profound that it reshapes your mind, your life, and your world. This is not theory. This is science. This is psychology. This is the path of every person who has ever broken free from limitation and stepped fully into their weakness. Shadow integration is not about fixing yourself. It is not about erasing your flaws or pretending the darkness doesn't exist. It is about recognizing it, understanding it, and turning it into fuel. Every fear you've buried, every rage you've denied, every ambition you were too afraid to voice, all of it carries energy, raw, unclaimed, infinite energy that once integrated propels you forward with unstoppable momentum. Imagine the force of a storm held in your hands. That is the power of the shadow, waiting for you to clean it. And the process of integration is simple in principle, but radical in effect. See it, accept it, learn from it, and harness it. The first step is awareness. Every recurring pattern in your life, every negative cycle, every instinctive reaction, every time you sabotage your own success, These are signposts pointing to your shadow. Do not run from them. Do not rationalize them away. Sit with them. Ask the hard questions. Why do I feel this way? What part of me is resisting? What am I afraid to admit? The moment you turn toward your discomfort rather than flee, you create a space where growth can happen. Awareness is the spark that ignites transformation. It is the moment you stop being a victim of your own mind and start becoming its master. Next comes acceptance. You must stop judging yourself for the traits you've long condemned, the anger that flares in your chest, the jealousy that tightens your stomach, the doubts that whisper in your mind. They are not flaws to be erased. They are signals to be understood. Say to yourself, this is part of me. It is human. It is powerful, and I will learn from it. Acceptance does not make you weak. It makes you unbreakable. It allows you to stop fighting against yourself and start directing your energy toward creation, mastery, and freedom. Once awareness and acceptance are in place, integration begins. This is where the magic happens. You take the lessons of your shadow and turn them into action. That fear that once held you back becomes courage. That anger that once destroyed relationships becomes assertiveness and boundary setting. That envy that once poisoned your mind becomes a compass, showing you what you truly desire and inspiring you to pursue it relentlessly. Integration transforms the unseen, hidden parts of yourself into allies, guides, and sources of immense energy. Your shadow becomes a reservoir of creativity, insight, and resilience that fuels every choice you make, every risk you take, and every dream you chase. The results are immediate and profound. As you integrate your shadow, the cycles that once trapped you begin to dissolve. Relationships deepen, clarity emerges, and every action you take resonates with authenticity and purpose. You stop reacting unconsciously. You stop being controlled by fear, judgment, or shame. You are no longer fractured. You are whole. The power that was once hidden in the shadows of your mind now flows through you, unstoppable, undeniable, and electrifying. This is not a process you complete once and forget. It is a lifelong commitment, a daily choice to meet yourself honestly, to embrace discomfort, and to transform every dark corner into a source of power. Each time you face your shadow, you grow stronger. Each time you integrate another hidden part of yourself, your influence expands. Each time you confront what you once feared, you step closer to the life you were born to live. So take action today. Identify one aspect of yourself you've long denied. Observe it, understand it, accept it, and then harness it. Write about it, speak about it, transform it into fuel for your growth. Do this consistently, relentlessly, and with courage that feels electric in your chest. The darkness within is not your enemy. It is your most powerful ally. Integrate it. Claim it. And watch as the life you once thought was beyond your reach unfolds before you in ways more extraordinary than you ever imagined. It's time to face the ultimate truth. The person you fear to become is the person you are meant to meet. The shadow you've hidden, denied, and resisted is not your enemy. It is your guide, your compass, your unclaimed power. Every fear you've avoided, every uncomfortable feeling you've ignored, every part of yourself you've locked away, holds the key to a life beyond your imagination. And the choice is yours. Continue running, continue hiding, and continue letting the shadows control your destiny. Or step forward, face yourself fully, and own the life you were born to live. This is your moment. your invitation, your call to courage. Imagine standing at the edge of a cliff. Behind you is the familiar world of comfort, certainty, and avoidance. It is safe, predictable, and small. Ahead lies the unknown, raw, terrifying, and exhilarating. That unknown is your shadow. It is every truth you've denied, every trait you've resisted, every energy you've refused to claim. Most people step back, afraid of the fall, afraid of facing themselves. But you are not most people. You are the person who has stared into darkness before and refused to blink. You are the person who has felt the fire of discomfort and chosen to stand in it. And now, the leap is yours to take. Owning your shadow is not an abstract concept. It is not a philosophy or a suggestion. It is an action. It is a decision. It is saying to yourself, I will no longer be controlled by what I refuse to see. I will no longer give my power to fear, judgment, or avoidance. I will meet myself fully, and in doing so, I will claim the life I am destined to live. This is radical courage. This is transformation at the deepest level. The shadow is powerful, yes, but you are stronger. The energy, insight, and creativity hidden within your darkness are waiting to be unleashed. And once you allow them to flow, nothing can stop you. The call to courage is immediate and actionable. Start today by confronting one truth you've been avoiding. Name it. Feel it. Sit with it. Do not run, do not rationalize, do not suppress. Let it rise. Let it speak. And then take action. Turn it into fuel. Channel it into a choice, a decision, a step forward in the direction of your highest potential. Every time you face a part of yourself you've long feared, you grow stronger, wiser, and more alive. Every moment spent confronting your shadow is a moment invested in your freedom. Courage is contagious. Once you face your inner darkness, you will begin to notice the shadows in others, not to judge them, but to understand them, to empathize, to connect on a level most people never experience. You become a magnet for authenticity, for people who are not afraid to show up fully, for experiences that challenge, stretch, and elevate you. The world responds to those who embrace themselves fully, who meet fear with fire, who transform resistance into action. And when you do this consistently, when you make owning your shadow a habit, life stops being a series of obstacles and becomes a canvas for greatness. This is not a journey for the faint-hearted. It is not comfortable. It will test you, push you, and demand more than you thought you could give. But here is the exhilarating truth. Every test is a gateway, every challenge a springboard, every discomfort a signal that transformation is occurring. The shadow you've resisted will rise to meet you, not to punish, but to empower. And when you claim it, integrate it, and act from that place of whole, unshakable authenticity, you step into a life that is no longer dictated by fear, limitation, or self-doubt. You become the author of your story, the master of your destiny, and the unstoppable force you were always meant to be. So today, make the choice. Step forward. Speak the truth that scares you. Take the action you've been avoiding. Feel the fear. Embrace the darkness and let it ignite the fire within you. The shadow is not a chain. It is the key. Your courage is not optional. It is essential. The life you desire, the life you deserve, the life that is waiting for you beyond limitation and fear is here. It is now, and it begins with one simple, electrifying act. Own your shadow, own yourself, and own your life. The darkness is calling. The courage is yours. The power has always been within you. Step into it. Claim it. transform it, and never look back.